Hello everybody and welcome to my channel once again. This is NWI Prepper 19113 and this is my video response to the coin couch. Did you know I'm having a Panda giveaway? Now my Panda fun facts are, there's a lot of them, so I have to go through this really quick, and this is the last day for the video responses. So did you know pandas have sometimes been seen rolling down slopes while they may be playing? They may also be trying to dislodge twigs from their fur. Did you know, unlike the rest of the bear family, pandas do not use facial expressions to communicate? When one panda wants to threaten another, it stares at its opponent with its head down. Researchers believe a panda may do that so that the black ears will look like another pair of eyes against the white fur of its neck. Did you know it has been illegal to kill pandas in China since the 1960s? But the laws were not strictly enforced. So in 1987, the laws were strengthened to increase punishment from 2 years to a life sentence or even death. Today, the punishment stands as less severe at 10 to 20 years in prison. Giant pandas did you know giant pandas have evolved a unique thumb which they use to hold bamboo stalks? This thumb is actually a modified wrist bone. Did you know giant pandas have a very good sense of smell? Even at night, they can find the best bamboo stalks by scent. Did you know under its fur, the skin of a giant panda is black where the fur is black and pink where the fur is white? Did you know that there are about 15 giant pandas in zoos outside of China? Chinese zoos display another 90 captive animals. Did you know some scientists believe that the giant panda is a remnant species, meaning that it is becoming extinct naturally, not just because of human activity? Other scientists believe that the panda's problems are directly caused by humans. Did you know that giant pandas have been the symbol of the International Conservation Organization, WWF, World Wildlife Federation, or the World Wild Fund for Nature, since it was founded in 1961. Did you know fashion designer and socialite Ruth Harkness, born 1900, died in 1947, without training or experience, became the first Westerner to capture and present a live giant panda to the world outside of China? Did you know that it was not until the 20th century that giant pandas became known to the rest of the world outside of China? The first live giant panda to leave China in 1936 was named Su Lin, a little bit of something very cute in English. He arrived at the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago. Adult pandas. Did you know that adult pandas are so large that they do not have many natural enemies? Snow leopards, however, will prey on vulnerable panda cubs or the old and sick adult pandas. Did you know it is very rare to see more than one panda at a time in the wild? Giant pandas cannot afford the energy it would take to compete with one or the other for food, territory, and mates. Did you know that bamboo reaches its flowering cycle every 30 to 120 years? After bamboo flowers, the entire species of bamboo dies in a process called bamboo dieback. It can take up to from 10 to 15 years for the bamboo to grow back. Pandas have usually been able to migrate to other areas, but they have lost so much of their habitat to humans that migration has become increasingly difficult. Did you know that a giant panda can peel and eat a bamboo shoot in about 40 seconds? Did you know there are no recorded artistic representations of giant pandas before the 20th century? Did you know on average a panda eats 25 to 30 pounds of bamboo in one day? In the spring, a panda may eat up to 100 pounds a day. Let's see. Did you know that pandas in the zoo is the most expensive animal? Keeping even a single panda in a zoo is very expensive. A panda costs 5 times more to keep than the next most expensive animal, which is the elephant. Did you know the Sichuan tribe of China believes that panda urine can dissolve a swallowed needle? They also believe that sleeping on a panda pelt helps keep away ghosts and helps foretell the future. In the Qin dynasty of 220 BC, an early dictionary called Ya claimed that panda's pelt could help control menses. Did you know, although 99% of their diet is bamboo, a panda's digestive system is designed for meat? In fact, pandas absorb only 20 to 30% of bamboo nutrients. Other plant eaters, such as deer, absorb around 80%. This means that the panda has to eat most of the time that it's awake to get enough nutrients to survive. They also have the teeth and digestive tract of a carnivore, and they will eat bamboo rats and other small rodents when they have the chance. Did you know there are 300 species of bamboo in China? There are about 25 different kinds in the mountains where the pandas live. Pandas especially like to eat umbrella, arrow, and golden bamboo. Did you know much of the food that the giant panda eats is not digested? An adult giant panda in the spring can produce about 62 pounds of droppings in 24 hours. Did you know giant pandas have been driven out of the lowland areas where they used to live and are now found only in the Chinese provinces of Sichuan, Gansu, and Shanxi? The forests in these provinces are very damp and rainy. In 1 year, a forest may receive up to 50 inches of rain and snow. Did you know giant pandas do not hibernate because their bamboo diet does not allow them to build up enough fat reserves for the winter? Did you know the first giant panda ever to be born in captivity was born at the Beijing Zoo in 1963? Did you know the gestation period for giant pandas varies from 97 to 163 days? This wide range is due to delayed implantation, which means that after a giant panda becomes pregnant, the cub starts to grow only if the mother panda is able to get enough food. Once the cub starts to develop, it takes about 45 to 60 days before it is born. Did you know a giant panda usually gives birth to a single cub? Sometimes twins are born, but when that happens, the mother typically ignores the weaker cub. She does not have enough energy to care for 2 cubs. Did you know a panda's entire mating process takes about 2 to 3 days. Once they have mated, females chase the males out of their territory and raise the cubs on their own. Did you know the word panda may have developed from the Nepalese word punya, which means bamboo-eating animal or plant-eating animal? Did you know Richard Nixon received 2 giant pandas as gifts from China after he visited there in 1972? He received them right from the Chinese leader, Chairman Mao. The 2 pandas, Ling Ling and Xing Xing, were placed in the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. More than 1 million people visited them during their first year there. Nixon was the first U.S. president to ever visit China. Did you know the Chinese call giant pandas Daxiangmo male? Daxiangmao, or large bear cat. Pandas have also been known as beast of prey, white leopard, iron-eating beast, and bamboo bear. Did you know there's only one species of panda? Wild pandas live only in pockets of land in southwestern China. Did you know a panda's throat has a special lining to protect it from bamboo splinters? Did you know giant pandas have 42 teeth? Like humans, giant pandas have 2 sets of teeth in their lifetime. Wow. Did you know the panda's round head is due to powerful jaw muscles? A giant panda's face is cute, but it is not chubby. It gets this shape from massive cheek muscles. In fact, a giant panda's jaw and cheek muscles are so powerful that a panda can easily chew an aluminum dish into tiny pieces. They can also easily bite through a thick bamboo stalk. Who was the idiot that gave the panda a bamboo plate? Anyway, and humans have trouble cutting the same stalk with an axe. That's a bamboo stalk. Did you know although a giant panda's fur looks silky and soft, it is quite thick and wiry? The hair of an adult giant panda can grow up to 4 inches long, 10 centimeters. Did you know on all fours a giant panda stands about 3 feet tall at the shoulder and measures about 5 feet long? Males are about 10% larger than females. Did you know a panda mother is 900 times bigger than her newborn cub, which weighs less than 5 ounces in comparison? An 8-pound human baby would have a mother that weighs 7,200 pounds. Did you know an adult giant panda weighs about 200 to 300 pounds? Did you know panda researchers have counted 11 different panda calls, and 4 of them are used only when searching for a mate? And what were they using the other 7 for? Did you know pandas spend 14 to 16 hours a day eating? Did you know young pandas stay with the mother for as long as 3 years, which means that a wild panda may raise only 3 or 4 cubs in a lifetime? Did you know a panda fur is worth between $60,000 and $100,000 in the illegal trade market? Did you know a pair of breeding pandas needs more than 11 square miles of land? One giant panda usually needs between 2.5 and 4 square miles of land to survive. From 1974 to 1989, half of the panda's habitat in China's Sichuan area was destroyed by human activity. Did you know more than half of newborn pandas die from disease or from being accidentally crushed by their mothers? Did you know mother pandas in captivity give birth to twins more often than mothers in the wild? Did you know pandas have Plantigrade feet? This means their entire foot, toes, and heel touches the ground when walking, which is similar to the way humans, other bears, and rodents walk. Other animals such as dogs, cats, and horses walk with their weight on their toes. Did you know the ancestors of the giant panda is the Alararctos, a cat bear, which is an extinct genus of the Chinese panda that lived 8 million years ago. The skull of another ancestor shows that it was half the size of modern-day giant pandas. Research shows that the past 3 million years, giant pandas have evolved as a separate lineage from other bears. Did you know there are only about 240 captive pandas in the world? They are all part of the breeding program to increase their numbers. Did you know it takes about 5 years for a female cub to become an adult and up to 7 years for a male cub? Did you know pandas rely less on visual memory than they do on spatial memory to locate a mate's home, a home range area, and preferred patches of bamboo? Spatial memory is defined as the ability to remember a location, space. Did you know giant panda cubs are usually born in August or September and are the size of a stick of butter? A cub has pink skin, a thin coat of white fur, and a long tail, and no teeth. Its eyes are closed, and by the end of the first month, the baby panda has all the spots. Its eyes are open around 4 to 6 weeks. A baby panda is almost 2 months old before it is the size of an average human newborn. A baby is almost 2 years old when it leaves its mother. Did you know giant panda babies live with its mother between 18 months and 2 years? Female pandas ovulate once a year, and they are fertile only 2 or 3 days of the year. Did you know pandas do not run fast? A slow trot is as fast as they can go. The faster the bear is, the fastest bear is the black bear, which can run 35 miles an hour. That's about as fast as a horse or deer. The reason the pandas cannot run fast is because they are severely pigeon-toed, meaning feet face inward. Did you know pandas are pigeon-toed? In other words, they walk with their front paws turned inward. Yeah, I just said that. Let's see. Did you know pandas can stand upright, but their short hind legs aren't strong enough to support their body? A panda's bones are twice as heavy as the bones of other animals of the same size. Doesn't make much sense. Let me try that again. Did you know pandas can stand upright, but their short hind legs aren't strong enough to support their bodies? Okay, so the muscles aren't strong enough, but the bones are. According to legend, did you know, according to legend, the panda was once an all-white bear, where when a small girl tried to save a panda cub from being attacked by a leopard, the leopard killed the girl instead. Pandas came to her funeral wearing armbands of black ashes. As they wiped their eyes, she hugged each other and covered their ears. They smudged the black ashes in their fur. I should have read that before I made the video. Did you know the red panda and giant panda share the same habitat and diet, and both animals are also endangered? However, scientific tests show that the red panda is in the raccoon family, while the giant panda is in the bear family. Some scientists believe that the giant panda is so special that it should belong to its own family group. Did you know that 2 pandas evolved between 2 to 3 million years ago? Pandas have lived on Earth for just as long. Did you know pandas have been a symbol of peace in China? For example, hundreds of years ago, wearing tribes in China would raise a flag with a picture of a panda on it if they wanted to stop the battle or call a truce. Did you know many Chinese philosophers believe that the universe is made from two opposing forces, the yin and the yang? The panda is one symbol of this philosophy with its contrasting black and white fur. The Chinese believe that the gentle nature of the panda demonstrates how the yin and yang bring peace and harmony when they are balanced. Did you know the giant panda has been on the endangered species list since 1990? The most significant threats to pandas are habitat loss and poaching. China is only approximately 5% greater than the United States in area, but has 4 times the population. Did you know giant pandas are on the brink of extinction? With just over 1,000 pandas left in the world, scientists are hoping to increase the wild panda population to 5,000 by 2025. Did you know the eye spots of a giant panda cub are initially the shape of a circle, and as the cub grows, the circles become shaped like a teardrop? Did you know the lifespan of giant pandas in the wild is approximately 20 years? Captive pandas may live as long as 25 to 30 years. That concludes my 68 interesting panda facts, and I hope I did everything right. I'll get the link to this video in my comment, and I will include the link to the original giveaway video in the description box. And so the Coin Couch, thank you very much for having this very interesting and educational giveaway. And I'd like to say good luck to everybody who enters. Thank you. Bye.